Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test of the 2021 Cadillac CT4 V-Series. We're going to head out on the highway, do 50 miles out, 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to get you a realistic highway fuel economy MPG for this sports sedan. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. Taking over for the ATS, CT4, good old Cadillac beep there, CT4 V or V-Series, depending on how specific you want to be, is not quite as hopped up as V's of previous. V's kind of the middle dog now, and then V Blackwing is going to be the top dog. But this one's rocking the 2.7 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine, and it's actually quite a lot of fun. So all this snow should be gone by the time we get rolling. You can see I brushed off the back and then more just kind of moved on as we got driving. So that'll all work its way off as we get rolling on the highway and as it heats up out here. If you want to see more on the CT4, check the links in the description. We've got a review for the 14-speaker Bose audio system. So if you want to see that, take a look in there. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA Highway Fuel Economy Test, which gives this all-wheel drive CT4 V-Series 28 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are people who like to take their vehicles on long road trips and would like to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect in the real world from their cars. So in order to do that, we're going to head out on the highway and do 100 miles, come back to the same fuel pump, and fill up using the same 3-click fueling method to get a result. A few things to note for today. We are running on winter tires. These are Pirelli Soto Zero winters, so that's going to affect our fuel economy somewhat. A little bit of extra rolling resistance on there. And the outside temperature is currently 34 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's going to affect things a little bit as well. Now, it should warm up to the low 40s by the time we're done with this test, but still something to keep in consideration. We've also set the tire pressures to their door placard 33 psi front and 36 psi cold rear. So let's get out and fill it up. 5.348 gallons going in from the initial fill. There are a few different drive modes in the CT4. You've got My Mode, Tour, Sport, Track, Snow, and Ice. We're going to do this one in Tour. And we're ready to begin. We're going to head nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away. Pick up the test from there. Now, the goal of this test isn't to hypermile, but rather to drive efficiently as one might on a highway road trip. So in order to do that, we're going to get up to highway speeds at a nice easy pace and set our cruise control for a GPS indicated 72 miles per hour. Now, I don't know what it is with certain cars recently, but I think certain vehicles mess with the GPS in some of my devices. Because I've got two different phones right now, that one and this iPhone down here. The GPS is not working on either of them. They kind of go in and out. They said they had some satellites and then they lost them. So even though we typically have that one running to tell us speed throughout the whole trip, looks like I'm going to have to go off the old trusty main device here to tell me my GPS indicated speed. And it looks like, get the cruise control going here. No adaptive cruise in this, even though it's a $50-some-thousand Cadillac. I'm sure that's some sort of option. However, the speedometer seems to be quite accurate. 72 on the dash is giving me 72 on the GPS. Initial highway observations are good. These seats are nice. There's a good bit of road noise, but we're also running on those Pirelli Soto Zero winter tires. Wind noise seems to be pretty darn low. So we're going to continue on with the rest of the test. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the CT4 V-Series. Right on the money according to the car's trip computer, 28.0 miles per gallon over 102 miles. Now mind you again, we are running these winter tires, so that's going to affect fuel economy a bit, but overall it's been a smooth trip. Don't know for sure if we've averaged 70 miles per hour because our GPS never kicked in properly, but it was a pretty smooth test, well over 70 for most of the trip, so I think we should be in good shape. Highway comfort's been good. Seat comfort has maintained. Again, road noise isn't too bad. I noticed quite a bit of wandering in the steering. It's pretty vague off of center. You can almost see the slushiness, but I'm gonna attribute some of that to the winter tires as well as a pretty brisk cross breeze that we were fighting both up and back since it was coming from the west and we were going north and south. We didn't end up running our rudimentary decibel test on this car because winter tires again and because we were running a different route than usual. So we're going to take it nice and easy back to the gas station, fill up at the same pump using the same fueling method, and get that result. And shutting the car down at 28.2 MPG. Let's get out and fill it up. 3.659 gallons going in. 106 miles divided by 3.659 is giving us 28.9 miles per gallon. So it's actually coming up to 29. Not bad, little Cadillac. 29 miles per gallon times 17.4 is giving us a total effective cruising range on the highway of 500 miles. So I hope you all found that interesting. If you want to see more on the CT4, check the links in the description for our other videos, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.